I'm a software developer and a stand-up comedian. But the sad part is I'm a better software developer than a stand-up comedian.
What's cringe content?
Moe.
Boss love you.
my wife ने देखा कहती है ये सब क्या है मैंने उसकी वीडियो देखी उसमें भी यही था
So Femp Nation, we have 3 guests here with us. Let's start with introducing ourselves. I'm Sharik. I'm the founder of New Reba. And Pratikshit, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Pratikshit and I'm a software developer and a stand-up comedian. But the sad part is I'm a better software developer than a stand-up comedian.
Oh, that's nice. I can vouch for it. Hi guys, I'm Anubhav. I'm a stand-up comedian and also a media professional. I can say till date मैंने about 10,000 लोगों को हंसाया होगा, like collectively.
Wow.
Yeah, but 1 लाख लोग नहीं भी हंसे थे, तो उस हिसाब से the
I
career is
can
going strong.
10,000 भी घर वाले ज्यादा
Extended family.
गर्लफ्रेंड की भी बता
Any girlfriends है भाई?
Okay, hi guys, I am Jay. I am a banker and a stand-up comic. और मैंने शायद लाख लोगों को हंसाया ही होगा, but maybe I don't know.
I can't vouch for it.
हाँ, it's just that. But I am a good banker and a good stand-up comic. That is what I
Nice.
Wow, that's confidence.
You
Right?
need a lie detector on that.
What's your style of comedy?
Yeah, I would be. I am majorly into semi storytelling, so I would always want कि यार मैं अपने किस्से सुनाऊँ, ठीक है, related to my family, related to my office, related to anything which is simple and unique. Okay, everything that is related to me. जैसे अगर मैं कह रहा हूँ कि I think everybody here कि हो सकता है हमें हमारे बाप ने सिगरेट पीते हुए पकड़ा ही हो, ठीक है, तो वही किस्सा सुनाना है, सिंपल, कि उसमें छोटा सा अपने पैसे ले आओ कि अरे पापा ने कहा सही से तो ड्रैग मार कि that's
मेरी स्टोरी है.
अरे मैं पापा था.
तेरे पापा सिगरेट अफोर्ड कर सकते थे.
हाँ मतलब अब तो मैं कमा रहा हूँ तो कर सकता हूँ.
And what's your style?
My style is self-deprecating humor because I feel the audience and me, we both have a lot of things in common. We both hate me.
Oh, that's self-deprecating humor right there. Nice one.
Example would be that, for example,
Don't you think that was already an example?
Yeah, that was yeah. Not intelligent humor, I think. Though एक ही है, self-deprecating humor is something which you do.
Yeah, I'm not intelligent at all.
अरे my God.
Another example.
But say, you've been doing it for the past 5 years.
Yes.
Okay, I know I had to bring this up. Okay.
I would like to point out that 2 साल कोविड था तो पूरी दुनिया बंद थी.
Right.
तो उसके पहले भी you were into self-deprecating only.
Yes, I
Okay.
was into self-deprecating humor. बचपन
But
से
तू पतला था ना उस समय.
हाँ, मैं पतला भी था and
मतलब भी था.
मैं तभी शायद ज्यादा फनी भी था.
Oh damn. Oh अरे shit यार. That's it. तो क्या हुआ कोविड से टेस्ट चला गया
Audience का वे. नहीं, but ही है. That's nice यार. अनुभव तेरा क्या है?
Honestly मैंने अपना स्टाइल ऐसे properly figure out नहीं किया है. I've been doing since 1 year हो गया है. So slowly trying to understand, but more or less self-deprecating humor मैं भी करता हूँ. थोड़ा sarcasm रहता है and थोड़ा सा expressionless करता हूँ. I try to do a little deadpan humor. So sometimes it works.
I think तेरी audience भी deadpan ही रहती है.
Dead कह सकता है तू.
Dead pan India. So yeah.
So is it important to have like your own style? Like how does this space work?
So I'll take it. I feel पहली बात है style comes much later. First you try to understand the comedy space itself. आप जा रहे हो, you're trying to open mics, you're trying to understand कि आपने कुछ jokes लिखे हैं. How is it working for you? You try some jokes, most of them fail. Pratikshit, I'm looking at you. And
Jokes क्यों कहाँ पे? Most of the people fail.
I feel like I am a joke that failed. You got the examples.
Oh, call back.
Nice one. But yeah, we try to understand, and obviously जैसे कि he's describing and Jay is describing, their style gets developed by time, right? I mean,
That's right. I think it takes मतलब enormous amount of time on stage. I think right now after 1.5 years into comedy, I'm figuring out कि this is my style. कि
Yeah.
अब मुझे समझ आ रहा है कि यार ये मेरी personality है stage पे. This is how I am also. Because you know कि एक stage पे जो barrier होता है ना while you're out, मतलब I also think कि मैं stage पे I can do several things, but doing that in mind versus doing that on stage, it takes a good amount of time and practice. So,
yes, and then slowly you find the voice of yours. Right?
Voice of yours, हाँ.
Okay, this is my voice. People like my sarcasm. People understand my deadpan humor,
हाँ.
and they're accepting that personality on stage, because your on-stage personality and off-stage personality can be poles apart. Yeah.
Yes, because I feel that a lot of times people are not themselves on stage. Like I met a guy from Haryana and he was from a village in Haryana and he was talking in great Haryanvi accent.
Right.
And then he went on stage and he was like, pedophiles in the room, give me a chair.
So he's being.
he's like, मैं हूँ.
That is classic Haryanvi. I don't know what's the problem.
लड़के उसी समय भाग गए.
कौन सी लड़कियां भाई हरियाणा है.
Nice.
That's right.
So like how, overall, like in an overarching way, how is this space developing? Like what is like, because I feel that there is a lot of competition now, right? There are so many meme pages. There's all sorts of videos that are coming out. Like humor is now abundantly available compared
Yes.
to what it used to be at one time.
Right.
Right. So how is this time for comics now?
Sharik, I feel in general comedy has been a huge part of our lives currently, and पहले भी था, ठीक है. But back in 2016, I must say, मैं ये year specifically इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ. Back in the day, stand-up comedy was a novelty. Right? आपने जाकिर खान को देखा, अभिषेक उपमन्यु को देखा, करुणेश तलवार. My God, एक वीडियो ना लोग पागल हो गए. Like you get about 5 to 6 million views in probably a week. From there, moving on to 8 years now, things have changed drastically. So, अगर मैं correct me if I'm wrong on this, we might be the 5th generation of comics.
Whoa.
Yeah. So like those were the first ones. Second, third, fourth. In fact, fourth वाले तो अभी तक click भी नहीं किए.
थर्ड भी हुए. कि मुझे लगता है कि फर्स्ट जनरेशन वुड बी वीरदास और जो सौरभ पंत और ये लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया. AIB came in, EIC जो हुआ, फिर आई थिंक जाकिर और ये आई थिंक देयर इज अ लार्जर डिबेट इन द सेंस कि मुंबई और दिल्ली कॉमिक्स फिर वो आते गए. सो सेकंड जनरेशन ये हुआ. थर्ड जनरेशन मुझे लगता है कि इट वाज द मुंबई कॉमिक्स और जो अभी
sadly I'm generation 3, 4 and 5.
और इसमें also there's a debate around मुंबई एंड दिल्ली कॉमिक्स के दिल्ली कॉमिक्स फट रहे हैं कि मुंबई कॉमिक्स मतलब अभी तक वही हैं. तो
फट रहे is a term हम comics use करते हैं, which means viral. Yes.
पर मुझे ऐसा नहीं लगता. आई फील कि दोनों ही जने बहुत ट्रैवल करते हैं, दोनों ही जनों को बहुत गिग्स मिलती है. जैसे दिल्ली के कॉमिक्स आर ट्रैवलिंग आउटसाइड इंडिया कि कहीं भी शोज कर रहे हैं, एंड इवन मुंबई कॉमिक्स आर ट्रैवलिंग नाला सुपारा से बिखार के बैंड्रा. तो
Hard relate. Also, a lot of time, adding to his point, I would like to say that the things that Delhi comics and Mumbai comics are talking about are completely different. Delhi comics hit a nerve with a lot of people. The masses can relate. Actually, even I can relate to those college stories of Bassi. But sadly, in Mumbai comedy scene, there's a trend of watching a lot of foreign stand-up comics, which we also watch a lot.
True.
But sadly, the masses can't relate as much with Mumbai comics as they relate with Delhi comics.
Yeah, but isn't it true? Like stand-up comedy really comes from the foreign land, right?
Yes.
It's innately.
So see, the art form agreed, but comedy हर जगह है, right? मतलब आप nobody is trying to follow someone else's comedy and do it here. आप अपना comedy करते ना चलेगा ही नहीं. अगर आप न्यू जर्सी का एक जोक मार रहे हो in New Delhi, it won't work.
I have a great addition to this.
Yes.
I was performing in Habitat in 2019,
Right.
and a comic had just seen Jerry Seinfeld.
Nice.
So Jerry Seinfeld has a joke कि I'm a Jew from Brooklyn.
Right.
So the comic copied that entire, and he's like कि मैं तो नाला सोपारा से Jew हूँ.
I'm assuming वो नहीं चला होगा जोक.
Obviously.
But
comic भी नहीं चला उसके बाद.
कोई कॉमिक नहीं चला उसमें. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आई डोंट रियली फील कि कॉमेडी कम्स फ्रॉम द फॉरेन लैंड. ठीक है कि हाँ यहाँ पे हास्य कविताएं होती थी. ठीक है, वी ऑल्सो हैड राजू श्रीवास्तव, ये एहसान जाफरी, whom we had seen earlier. I think इवॉल्व हुई है. Seeing the foreign comedy, we have evolved a lot. So that is what I feel.
And
So is this the generations that you're talking about?
yeah, so coming back to the point you were talking about competition, back in the day nahi tha competition. You perform for about a year, put out a set. In general, आपका अगर set थोड़ा सा भी अच्छा होगा, you'll garner a great amount of people following you. वो केस अभी नहीं है. Yeah, it's very different. It's very different because now I'm not only competing with fellow comics, I'm also competing with memes. I'm also competing with reelers. I'm also competing with content creators. I'm also competing with people जो cringe content डालते हैं.
What's cringe content?
Moe. I think this space has also evolved because comedy into people's life, you know, कि whenever you scroll your Instagram page, तुम्हें सीधा 4 मीम दिख जाएंगे about something. अब क्या है, एक POV करते हुए लिख देते हैं POV के flirting with somebody और ऐसा. तो and there's no twist. There's majorly observations. I think comedy, stand-up comedy per se, observation के just beyond जाती है. कि there's this punchline. तो अब मुझे लगता है Insta पे there's this only observation POV and people are, since they are highly able to relate, they keep sharing this.
Also, adding to that, I feel a lot of people are chasing cheap dopamine. So stand-up comedy is a very tough thing to get cheap dopamine from because people are getting it from reels and memes anyway. तो कोई stand-up देखने क्यों ही जाएगा?
तो तुझे डोपामाइन किसने सिखाया साले?
Well, that's very interesting. That's very
He was assuming कि कोई केक का flavor है.
प्रत्यक्ष धन. But
शारिक ने बोला था पॉडकास्ट के वाले डोपामिन ऐड करना.
डोपामाइन के एक्स्ट्रा. but मुझे ऐसा भी लगता है with this also I think stand up comedy has also taken a hit के कहीं ना कहीं.
Oh, badly bro.
Because इस मीम और इसकी वजह से जो शॉर्ट्स आ रहे हैं, जो ये आ रहा है कि I think because people are forced कि यार एल्गोरिथम की वजह से या कि हमें रेगुलर कंटेंट डालना है. फिर आई थिंक बट देन आल्सो जो कमेंट्स आते हैं कि जो फीड पे आते हैं, रील्स पे आते हैं, क्या फनी होते हैं वो भी भाई.
बहुत
ज्यादा फनी भाई, बहुत ज्यादा फनी.
लाइक कोई एग्जांपल आपका?
यार वो भाई मैंने एक पढ़ा था किसी के फीड पे, नाम नहीं लूंगा, आई थिंक यू ऑल नो हिम. और एक वो था कि मैं गंदा रास्ता ढूंढ रहा था और गूगल ने आपका यूट्यूब चैनल बताया.
मेरा तो है.
चलो आई डोंट हैव अ यूट्यूब चैनल
but adding to his point, as you were saying, एक basic user right now almost 12 से 20 memes देखता है in a day, about 10 to 15 reels देखता है in a day. आपको 35 content pieces मिल रहे हैं जिसमें almost 90% is humor. वो cringe हो जो भी हो, तो उसके बाद that person will decide कि मैं अपने घर से निकलूं, कैब पकड़ूं, 1.5 घंटा दूर जाके क्लब में बैठ के किसी का कॉमेडी देखूं. थोड़ा वो कम हुआ है.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
बट अगेन बस्सी और उनकी वजह से आई थिंक इतने वो फट गए ना. सो देयर आर पीपल हु वांट टू वॉच देम.
Yeah.
आई रियली फील के अ गुड पार्ट अबाउट दिस इज दे हैव ऑलरेडी क्रिएटेड अ स्टैंड अप ऑडियंस फॉर अस के द न्यू जनरेशन व्हिच विल बी कमिंग के us maybe पता नहीं.
So basically what you're saying is that actually it's a very supportive space, like, you know, your predecessors have created the playground for you to just come and play.
एक मिनट, were you talking about comedy here? Comedy as a supportive space.
Yeah, because you're saying, right, that they've set up an audience for you.
They've set up an audience for themselves.
Themselves.
That has happened.
Yes.
I think in general ना comedy अगर आप कर भी रहे हो, stand up कर रहे हो and ये लोग perform कर रहे हैं, उसके वजह से मीम की वजह से you have to make your content better. तो वो हुआ है that your content has to be better than memes and reels. नहीं तो लोग बोल रहे हैं ये भाई हम यहाँ पे अपने इंस्टा पे भी देख लेते हैं, तेरे लिए क्यों आ रहे हैं हम.
But that's also a challenge, right? Because
Yeah.
there is so much content out there and the content quality is depreciating, you feel?
Yeah, Sad, it's not just comedy which is out there, ठीक है? कि अनुभव, कि you would agree with it, कि कहीं ना कहीं there's everything which is right there on Instagram. अभी financial जो fin influencers हैं, फिर you can see, I think Instagram अगर feed देखो, so I think the 3 C's मतलब of content creation, comedy, content और consistency और cleavage. के
I have to start with the cleavage.
I am being honest भाई, I am being honest कि cleavage versus comedy. तू सोच के यार मैं 1.5 मिनट का कंटेंट अपलोड कर रहा हूँ और वहाँ क्लिवेज दिख रहा है. भाई कौन, मैं खुद अपना कंटेंट नहीं, मैं क्लिवेज देख लूँ कि मैंने मेरी फीड देख लो भाई, इट्स ऑलमोस्ट क्लीवेज। अनुभव तो उसकी तो और ज्यादा है।
नहीं, it's not true.
भाई
It's not
my wife ने देखा, कहती ये सब क्या है, मैंने उसकी वीडियो देखी, उसमें भी यही था। Mutual, हाँ, कि now I know why am I not getting sex, but ठीक है। But it's fine.
So he's the Ross of India.
Yes, he is the Ross of it.
Friends,
Nice reference.
मुझे बस नाम पता था, ठीक है। हाँ,
But yeah, it's right. Actually, बहुत ज़्यादा like you're taking efforts. आपने कुछ 3 महीना कुछ जोक वोक लिखा,
हाँ।
and suddenly एक लड़की आके ये कर दी, तो वो बहुत मुश्किल है उसके साथ compete करना. Like my algorithm,
अनुभव ने अपना सेट कर दिया।
my algorithm, I don't have a single reel
Joke.
or a content or a post. Exactly, even a joke doesn't come to me. मेरे content अगर आप, I can't show it. It's disturbing. It's frankly speaking. But he's right. Cleavage it's taken over the country.
Yes.
My God. So you're not only competing
Cleavage
with
has
other
taken over the
comics.
country, क्या है?
It's true.
भाई, जैसे ही मोदी जी और मेलनी का आया है।
Yeah. People are not non-veg, veg. They're cleavage now.
So currently the problems of country are unemployment, poverty, clearance.
So when you create this content, you must be making a lot of money, right?
Wow.
You've hit a nerve there.
Actually, multiple nerves. So,
Making
But tell me
money.
about it. Like
Making-
there must be some inspiration, right? Something that makes you, because you're a banker,
हाँ,
right? That's a space, and I'm assuming that's a space that requires dedication, commitment, knowledge, education, all of those things. Same as your field, and definitely a lot more in his space because that's evolving so much more with AI.
right.
And I guess AI can also write stand-up jokes now.
नहीं, ये सिर्फ कंप्यूटर ठीक करता है भाई, तो तो इसको AI और ये सब क्यों बोल रहा है भाई?
On off किया,
ये होता है ना कि
रिस्टार्ट करके देखो ठीक हो जाएगा.
नहीं, इसमें भी साथ what you're mentioning, see, I'm a banker and a stand-up comic, ठीक है? He's a media professional and a stand-up comic, IT guy and a stand-up comic. So that clearly defines the money that is there. कि अगर फिर हम और कुछ होते नहीं, ठीक है? कि we have to have a job. I don't think कि comedy is that well paying in India initially in India. Okay, for comics like who are tier 2 or tier 3 comics, that is how I define. Okay, tier 1 pe there are a lot of there might be 15-20 comics who are earning a lot out of it, yeah, earning their living out of it. But after that it's a struggle. It's a complete struggle. It's like by choice कहीं ना कहीं हमारे मन में वो रह गया है ना कि यार एक कीड़ा होता है ना कि हमें करना है. We like making people laugh. So that is why we are doing it.
So that's all that to make people laugh. Is that the primary?
Rather what also happens in open mics, I think all of us know, but कि open mics में initially we have to pay, ठीक है? कि initially during our years कि we have to pay maybe 150-200 to get a spot. कि it's like we are paying to make people laugh.
Yes.
Imagine that.
So all that competition,
All that competition,
right?
हाँ.
And then you have to create content that is unique because obviously if you're not creating unique content, then like you said, then you cannot just copy paste somebody else's content.
Yes.
And then you're saying that you instead of making money, you are paying money.
Yeah, we pay money. Like initially we have to.
What is the passion behind this? Is it like a calling? ऐसा मतलब कुछ क्या है क्या ये मतलब किस तरह की खुजली है?
यार मेरे हिसाब से तो मुझे तो लगता है वो कीड़ा होता है ना कि that is there कि मुझे कि how I draw it from is the school times, कि school time में there's this one guy who's a bully, ठीक है? There's this one guy who's a joker in the class जो फालतू हंसाता रहेगा. And I feel the other third person whom I see is the one who writes well and performs well, ठीक है?
And all three are present in this room today.
I think only one is present. I think the three of us would be bullies. मतलब कि yeah, even I don't know about you.
I was a bit of a class clown too. I used to mimic a lot of teachers and I used to get a lot of attention from the other kids.
अच्छा. Anubhav, what about you?
Yeah. I used to also do a lot of mimicry, a lot of impressions of teachers. In fact, after lunch we used to have like a half an hour session where I used to do mimicry of teachers.
Can you give us an example?
Right now on stage he does an impression of being funny.
That was a nice one.
Actually, I have not seen you on stage yet.
Yes.
Right, and I hope to see you very soon.
Right.
Can you give us like one mimicry if you can?
The Salman Khan one was
Okay, impressions.
Put him on the spot, right?
Because I've seen that तो तुम इसका सलमान देखोगे तो पक्का शाहरुख देख
तो इसका सलमान देखो ऐश्वर्या आके तुमको मारे.
This is a good one.
Maybe the Amitabh one also.
No, I've never done Amitabh.
फिर रेखा मारे.
Ash करती है अमिताभ को. Anyway, the point is just okay.
Guys, he said no internal reference.
This is not internal. Impressions would be something. Yeah, I can. ठीक है. Like for example, let's say Salman. ठीक है. अरे क्या हो रहा है? क्या चल रहा है? सोहेल थोड़ा कॉफी ला. I can continue, but the whole point is I can mimic almost 54 artists.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big number.
Yeah.
That's a big number. So to do this, you are actually paying money.
Yeah, that's
we are
the
actually
route.
paying to disappoint people. Like,
No, talk about yourself.
Please, यार protection. No family references.
No, but then in the long run, it pays off. That's what you're
In the
saying.
long
we
run,
hope it will.
I think that's the eternal hope. We definitely
again
want
that's is a very larger question here कि why are we here, ठीक है? Why are we doing it, ठीक है? कि see, money is always a byproduct of anything that you do, ठीक है? Throughout what you have done in your education career also, कि money is the byproduct. I really feel कि यहाँ for me it's like it's for me it's like making people laugh. I think I really enjoy being the center of attraction throughout. कि अभी भी right now we have 3 people who want to be the center of attraction. So you see the jokes would keep coming. कि कुछ ना कुछ के हम अपनी punchline मार देते हैं वैसा. So for me it's making the people laugh and I feel money would be a byproduct. It's a process. के
What about you, Anubhav? Like,
So there is a bully here. Okay?
नहीं भाई,
There is
I've changed
there is an
myself.
attention seeker here, right? Who got lack of attention because that's what he was doing in school, right? So
adopted भी है ना वो तो फिर.
I'm actually adopted by Zomato.
so were you a bully or were you like seeking attention?
I used to be the class clown a little bit, and also I used to be part of the bully group. So they used to take me everywhere to crack jokes on people. So yeah,
क्या बात है, क्या बात है.
वो वाला zone था.
So is that what you need, like a little trauma in life to be a comic?
Yeah, trauma.
Is that the right word? Like having to gone through some experience, some unique experience of being a bully? Or like
Yes, that is the right word. I would say, I won't say all comics have been traumatized during their childhood, but trauma creates great comedy.
I think trauma से मतलब अनुभव अगर if you have मतलब कि trauma मतलब I don't see my style of comedy being कि ये dark या trauma वाली. I really don't.
I think the audience is traumatized at the end.
I really feel जब भी मतलब while I am hosting पता है कि I really मतलब कि मैं हमेशा ये कहता हूँ कि dark comedy is a genre of comedy, ठीक है? कि there are people who are into dark comedy, कि we have a few open micers as well. तो मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ कि अभी नहीं भी है इंडिया में, it'll take some time and once you keep doing dark comedy throughout कुछ सालों बाद तुम पक्के से जॉब करोगे. के मुझे ये लगता है.
I think I'll take your trauma point in a different direction. No, I'll give you the reason for this. So we were discussing about this. For being a comic or surviving to be a comic, it's very difficult. Competition भूल जाओ. ठीक है, that's a very different asset.
Comics देते हैं.
The actual trauma is what comics give the other comics.
Oh, हमारी ओर क्यों इशारा कर रहा है?
No, but this is interesting.
So I'll take the trauma wala point in a different direction. I'll tell you why. Because so trauma in general तो होता है लोगों को, but comedians को trauma बहुत different way में मिलता है. We comics give trauma to comics. Each other, exactly. This is legit. Backstage में बहुत ज़्यादा trauma मिलता है. I tell you that.
Like, I have been fat shamed so many times by these two.
अबे मोटे चुप.
भाई मैंने तुझे कभी ऐसा फैट शेप अच्छा किया होगा पता नहीं, मतलब मुझे नहीं पता किया भैया.
जो तूने किया उसको harassment बोलते हैं.
But तू me too नहीं, तू me 3 बोलेगा कि तेरा.